Hey everyone, this is Vickerman and we're back with the Last Federation. And we can see a quest has come out for us. The Andor would like to get spacefaring technology, and we get an extra amount of credits and rewards for that. If you swoop in and manage to crash at least one of their flagships into their planet. Oh, so this is not the same as a normal spacefaring mission. Well, let's see what happens. I don't know. Where's the enemy? We've got borines, but I think they may be Giga Cannon. I don't have that. They may just be pirates, so. These guys do not have shields. Let's blast them. Whoops, let's rearrange the power situation here. We don't need quite as much engine power. Okay, they're resisting ballistic now. Okay, let's aim here. Try to take these fellas out. Okay, he's gone. Boost the weapons. And he's now resisting. Use the gravity lance. Okay, Giga Cannon, is that something we have? As our abilities? We haven't really looked at that. Okay, that works. Victory!
The Andors are now spacefaring. Their benevolent nature may make them a source of help.
So just a tiny hit with the borines. We got a lot of credits from that, and now the Andor are spacefaring. They have a pretty impressive defense power here. Now the thing about them is they will not attack other planets to try to take them. It's against their values. So that's good. Keeps them from causing too much trouble. Alright, let's take a look here at the Parliament. Andors are about the best enemy to have, all in all. They aren't above violence, but I don't think they have any desire to ever spread off of their utopian homeworld. Disapproval means I will find it difficult to get favors from them in the future, however. Alright, so let's check out their Parliament. Currently, they have pretty even parliament here. The current ruling party is the Pluralists, which basically there are 6 political parties. Each party has its own agenda and will only do deals related to its agenda. The deals thankfully overlap some between the parties. Each party is a representative chosen from the members of the party who are currently part of the 400-member body. Periodically there is an Andor election, which is actually a strange way of saying that a new ruling party is designated based on which party has the most members at the time. Maybe nice, but there's something a bit wrong with their circuits. They will not accept bribes. So, currently the pluralists are in charge, but the pacifiers are also pretty well representative here. Their primary focus is taming the aggressive races. Primary focus is helping everyone. Primary focus is helping robotic races, which is basically going to be them and the Acutians, I think. Samaritans, their primary focus is helping downtrodden races. Primary focus is trade, and primary focus is preventing strife and war. So, stymie all warship production. Halt all armada construction and improvement on all planets for 3 years. Wow. That is crazy. All about selflessness, these entertainment packages give an immediate boost to the public order rating of every non-Andor planet. 20 public order for all the races. That is interesting. And we can basically help everyone out with this sort of stuff. Why don't we like send medical stuff to the entire solar system? So we can do some speeches to help out a party if we want them to change. Let's go ahead and help them colonize. That will be good. Hopefully soon trade will be unlocked. I haven't seen that yet. I assume it requires a bit more. How many moons they got? Okay. I think we're gonna stop there because... Oh yeah, that'll
The burlesque warlords are now spacefaring.
take us a while.
Extreme caution is advised.
Oh
They
my,
seem
look
likely
at that.
to take their constant internal wars to the solar stage.
Ancient artifact. Race has gotten a new technology. Spread hate. Stirring up hatred throughout the solar system. Everyone who's at least a 0 attitude towards the Burlos loses a bit of attitude every month. Now listen here, man. We're just trying to spread peace throughout the galaxy here. Oh, those Skylaxians, they really need some help here with the economy. It's in bad shape. They also need an armada, really. Let's work on their economy. This is a dispatch that you can do for as long as you want. Yes. Something else must have happened to them. Low drag casings has been researched by the Acutians. So right now they're all pro trade, anti-crime. See if we can't do this. Try to help them out here. Give them a positive trend. Oh, looks like we got a fight going on here. Right? Yes. Looks like the Thoraxians are... Looks like the Thoraxians are invading. Looks like maybe they have... Okay. They have to kind of like us. Let's check out the queen here. Thoraxians, overall, very difficult to please. Comparably few political deals you can make with them. Somewhat capricious. So basically they're hive mind. The queen is, the queen is who you negotiate with, and the mood that she's in changes from time to time. So it's a bit tough. So we can't really do much with them. Like the Thoraxians took over the Hydral homeworld remnants. Destroyed Hydral planet. So you don't like these folks, do you? Well, you've come to the right place. Since you don't yet have an informant here, there's a limit to what sort of damage you can do. Intel is limited, and informant is your pipeline into the criminal underbelly of a populace. Of course, some races simply do not have a criminal underbelly, the Andors and the Thraxians. Even if you can't harm someone directly, remember you can still harm them either by helping their enemies or by brokering political deals against them. Some hostile actions will cost you credit, whereas others will gain it for you. Another thing to pay close attention to is how much influence you gain or lose with various races. Okay. Gain credit by a... So we can get help from the Acutians or the Burlest. Probably because they hate the Thoraxians. Attacking planetary forces head-on is often suicidal, but go right ahead. Is there any way of knowing what kind of forces they have here? Tech research, executions. Maybe we gotta swoop in and try to take this thing. Capture manufacturing outposts. Attack perimeter defenders. There aren't any defenses. Probably worth doing, I guess. Thought they didn't have any defenses. Let's even things out, I guess. Alright, what? Yeah, I'm probably not doing that too well. Let's use the correct weapon for this. Emits a protective blast. Deploys a squadron of 30. Let's do that. Get us some little dudes. How are we doing? Shields are recharged. So that's good. We need to destroy the enclosures. This is just like a pirate raid, basically. Let's aim specifically for that. I guess I hit the wrong button. I guess we can dock, can't we? I think we're doing okay. Did we go out of range there? Ah, shoot. Let's just stay put till we're done here. Alright, we've got one. Can we get both of these at the same time? Probably not. G, and we're going to do that. Q. There we go. Now, I guess. We did it! Graphing action totally activated and awesome. Oh, yeah, I like graphs, don't you? So we can look at the graphs to see how power is shifting throughout the solar system and population. Ground troops, you name it, smugglers, all those kind of things. So if we ever have any questions about that, we can find that out. And we have managed to take over this outpost, which is really nifty. So we probably ought to hire some security. I'm thinking maybe 10. Seems like a relatively good start, I suppose. Okay, we can search for some hydral technology. Let's do it. We do need to dock with a lab, which are going to be that. What do we have here? We've got minigun weakness there. You are weak to probably... Oh, your minigun. Yeah, it looks like minigun is going to be the way to go. I don't need to go that fast, so we can do some of this stuff. That, buddy. Ooh. Okay, let's aim here. And now aim there. Destroy that puppy. You We can kill you. Looks like all these guys are weak to minigun. I thought the special abilities recharge their ammo, but I don't have a Giga Cannon shot. Is that one different, maybe? Okay. Looks like we've got things under control. One more. New special ability, armor piercing and emergency shield repairs. Let's check out customize flagship. Armor piercing, able to be auto-dodged by the maneuvering jets on most smaller craft, but very powerful and travel through entire lines of ship and obstacles. Spread shot. Maybe we'll change the minigun to a spread shot. Let's do that, and signal jammer. Emergency shield repairs. Overcharge, massive boost to all power related effects. That's cool. Oh, we've already got that. Emergency shield repairs. That's what we shall do. So, we've got an outpost here, which is cool. That is going to be useful, probably. Okay, so our goons only give us like 27 power. I think we've got some Borine prisoners. Let's go take them and return them freely. Oh, they're just one. That is okay. Requires outsourcing manufacturing outposts for 60 solar months. Cool. Alright, so right now they are having a little trouble there. Let's do that. Give them a positive trend. So right now my friends are over here basically. And these guys are kind of bad. Bad news, let me tell you. Especially that. That is insane. so I think maybe we ought to maybe help some of our friends with their armada construction. Let's see what this does for us.
The epochs are now spacefaring. Extreme caution is advised. They are not aggressive, but are incredibly dangerous when cornered. These
Got
are
a
the same
new
beings who wiped out
quest.
most of your population with mysterious
Acution
technology.
joint bombing run
Another
against
maggot
the
pox
Burlusts.
outbreak. I'm a computer and it gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Maggot pox. Let's continue here. Pirate convoy signal. Okay. So that's probably about what we can do right now. I think we'll want to try some other stuff. Let's go visit the ebooks. They're very pleased with me now. Let's go visit. Alright, the Evoke Elders. The Evokes are the ones who murdered almost your entire population. They did it with science rather than the sword. They're an insular race, rarely military supreme. Political dealings with them are iffy at best, but having them remain outside the Federation can be trouble, so pick your poison, I guess. Okay, so the Evoke Council of Elders is a 7-member interplanetary body with membership that never changes unless one of the elders dies. Given their extremely long life, this pretty much means assassination. Worse yet, the Evokes are extremely resistant to outside influence of even a positive sort. With every political deal you make, you increase their resentment against your meddling. This in turn jacks up credit costs with them. As time passes, their resistance fades back to nothing. However, if a specific council member's disposition is not to your liking, you can use bribes to change it. After the bribe rating on a member reaches 1,000, a new disposition is rolled at random for that member. So right now it looks like maybe they have 4 elders that are wanting to be peaceable. 2 isolationists and 1 business-minded. And they don't want me to be doing much for them right now. Which is fine. We did not give them much in the way of technology. We didn't give them spacefaring technology, so... Housing boom. Okay. So it looks like the Thoraxians are pretty well toasting these guys. We've got an Andor factory there. That they have built. Okay. Maybe we learned from the race. Could do laser pistols. Seems to make some sense. Looks like there's a pretty epic fight going on there. Burlus and the Thraxians are after them. Of course, the Thraxian homeworld here is a bit open. Alliances in general, and the Federation in particular. Time to start thinking about the Federation at last. New political deals relating to the Federation have opened up with every race. Some races are easier to get into the Federation. Peltians and Andors are very easy. Skalaxians are pretty straightforward. The main requirement with those three is a high enough influence rating. But nothing's ever simple. A lot of the other races are much more resistant, and if you have bad influence with any race, you may never be able to directly convince them. If that's the case, you have only two options: make sure that race gets exterminated, or use another race to backdoor them into the Federation. The Skalaxians, Acutians, and Borines are excellent for convincing other races to join under the right circumstances. Special circumstances can also lead to the formation of a federation. The Burlusts, Acutians, and Thraxians all really like you. You can convince them to make a federation, but they may then betray you in return. Or if the combined might of the Federation's military is strong enough, you can convince the Burlusts to join based on, we'll call it, respect. Bear in mind that it does matter which government you approach. The same deal that was so cheap when approaching the Andors to form a federation with the Peltians is not something you can afford in Peltian Vokdeen proxies on the other end of the bargain. Your influence with the government you are directly brokering with is a big factor. Well, hey, that still doesn't sound too bad. Nothing's ever that simple. Once a federation is formed, resistance and resentment immediately start building against it. The Anti-Federation Alliance, or AFA, will start gathering demonstrators, some of whom eventually turn into insurgents. You and the Federation governments can hunt them down, but this doesn't always go over well with the enemy governments. AFA sympathizers even crop up within the Federation itself. Oh man, more bad news. The Federation is not remotely the only kind of alliance that can form. At least half a dozen distinct kinds of hostile alliances may form if the situation progresses a certain way. I'll tell you, but I don't want to spoil the surprise. Suffice to say, once a hostile alliance forms, it must be destroyed, one way or another. Once one forms, details on what conditions must be met to break it are revealed. Remember, your goal is for a federation that unites the solar system. Until all the surviving races and planets are members, your work is incomplete. There's no one way to accomplish this. It may be a bloodbath, or it may be very behind-the-scenes political. All 8 races may survive, or as few as one may actually wind up living. Whatever gets the job done. Okay. So now we have access to the Federation. And things are now starting to heat up even more. So we'll see in the next episode as we see if we can get anybody into the Federation. And maybe I can convince somebody to invade the Thraxian homeworld there. Seems like a possibility. But we'll see. We'll see you next time.